face forward by looking over your left shoulder. You can make a snowboarding stance by slightly bending your knees and bending your front arm so that your hand is about hip height and pointed in the direction you want to travel. First, let's work on how to turn. As you can see, if you drew an invisible line from your head to your front hand, you will travel forward in that direction. No matter where you're standing or which way your head or controllers are tilting, the line from your head to your front hand is where your board will turn. An easy way to steer is to hold the controller in front of you while twisting your upper body. Sharper turns may require you to pivot your legs, but try to stay in the centre of your virtual space, near the circle at all times. You can also turn with your hips by putting the controllers in your pockets, or tucking them into a belt or holster, or just holding them on each side of your hips. Alright, to get started turning, face straight ahead at forward. Wonderful. Now let's turn 45 degrees to the right. Good job. Now let's face forward again, then turn 45 degrees to the left. Perfect. Now that you've figured out turning, let's work on carving. You can make sharper, more controlled turns by using your edge while you ride. To carve and perform a powder turn, just lean into the inside of your turn. If you're turning towards your right, your front side, lean towards your toes. If you're turning to your left, your backside, lean with your heels. If you're going fast, keep it stable by riding your edge. You can see how much you're leaning by looking at the circle graph near the bottom left of your view. Let's try a quick lean exercise by leaning to the left. Exceptional! Now lean to the right. Excellent! You're about ready to get moving. Let's start this exercise by pressing up or down on the touchpad or joystick to equip a pole. Now try sticking it into the ground. As long as you keep the tip in the ground, you can use it to move yourself around in any direction, even sideways. As long as you keep the tip in the ground, you can use it to move yourself around in any direction, even sideways. This comes in handy when trying to... Let's try scooting forward by sticking a pole in the ground, pushing the tip backwards and out in one motion, almost like rowing with a paddle, being mindful that the pole leaves the ground. Let's try scooting forward by sticking a pole in the ground. Push. Yes. Now let's try scooting to the left by pushing to the right. Great. Now let's try scooting backwards. Now let's try scooting backwards. Now let's try scooting backwards. Magnificent! Once you build some momentum going forward, you can keep going by using a rowing action with your pole. You can also move forward by bunny hopping. Magnificent! As you find yourself speeding downhill, you can go faster by performing a tuck by crouching lower. Try to cross the finish line in under 10 seconds. Try to cross the finish line in under 10 seconds. As you find yourself speeding downhill, you can keep going by using a rowing action with your pole, being mindful that the pole leaves the ground while you're still moving forward and not dragging after pushing off. Try to get as much speed as possible and try not to worry about the turns. The slope banks will pull you around the bend with enough speed.